I'm Jonathan Feldman. I'm a United States Magistrate Judge here in the Western District of New York. I'm here because I'm honored to read a statement in support of William Konar for the Junior Achievement Hall of Fame Award on behalf of Judge Michael A. Teleska, a senior judge with the United States District Court here in the Western District of New York, who's a lifelong friend of Mr. Konar. World War II ended in 1945, and Ben Franklin High School was allocated a number of displaced persons who were orphaned as a result of the Holocaust in Germany and Poland. In February of 1946, my instructions were to have Wolfie Konar from Germany shadow me for all our classes. He would be later known as Bill Konar. He had survived the Holocaust because he was fortunate enough to be selected to be a helper to a German chef who prepared the meals for the SS officers at the Auschwitz concentration camp. Think of it. What special qualities this young teenager had to survive in that treacherous environment, and at the same time, to assist others to survive as well. Throughout our lunch on that first day, he was non-stop talking, asking questions, and we became friends immediately. One day he drove up in a delivery truck. He had received a job to deliver pickles and other canned commodities from a wholesaler to various stores. I don't know how he did it, but he had a license to drive that truck, and he parked it on the street next to Ben Franklin High School. He'd become an entrepreneur.
Bill was a very practical businessman, and he subscribed to the motto, when you're given lemons, you make lemonade. He had a tenant in one of his warehouses who failed to pay his rent, but he left the warehouse full of general merchandise. Bill took the merchandise and put it in one of his local drugstores, and he offered it at very modest prices, way below market. The sale was tremendously successful, and it resulted in Bill introducing general merchandise in all the rest of his drugstores, a practice that apparently has been followed by drugstores ever since. Melville Shoe was a conglomerate, and one of its divisions was the consumer value stores, now known as CVS. Bill sold Clinton merchandising to that company. But prior to that, he had been courted by Rite Aid. Rite Aid was a competitor, and negotiations had proceeded quite a ways down the line. In fact, they were at the offices of Rite Aid's attorney to make the final negotiations. The Rite Aid people had some very deliberate and strong positions with regard to employees that Bill did not approve of at all. And so he just got up from the negotiations, left his coat on the chair, and walked out. And the people there were expecting him to come back. They thought he had gone to the restroom or something. He never came back. The important thing for him was his employees. I was part of Bill's efforts with regard to Konar properties. I think after he sold Clinton merchandising, he turned his attention to acquiring apartment projects and commercial warehouses. And his outstanding achievement and the evidence of his vision and persistence and patience was the Konar property out there at Thruway Park Drive. As a result of the work on that project, we have thousands of jobs that were created and hundreds of apartments. Just further evidence of the impact he's had on the community.
Coming to Rochester as a survivor of the Holocaust, creating a family, creating a business, and from that business creating jobs and a larger family and a larger commitment to community and philanthropy seems to make him perfect in terms of what entrepreneurs and businessmen should do. There's a saying in Jewish life that if you save one life, it's to save a whole world. Bill created a whole world of employees and beneficiaries, and certainly deserving of the acknowledgement.
Shortly after selling Clinton merchandising, he formed the William B. and Sheila Konar Foundation, and he funded it with CVS stock and proceeded through the foundation and individually to make numerous and substantial donations to various community efforts, including the United Way, the University of Rochester Medical School, Nazareth College, the United Jewish Appeal, and others.
Bill Konar was born a genius. He had raw intelligence, survival instincts, and a natural sense of generosity and humility. William Konar is a great choice for recognition for the Rochester Business Hall of Fame. With a limited education, with a natural genius for business and marketing, he gave generously to the Holocaust Museum, to survivors of the Holocaust, to hospitals, to educational institutions, and many, many nameless people in the Rochester community.